Hey, it's James Lynch back with another AI Predicts video, but in today's video, I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and I'm actually going to go through the entire UFC 323 card. I had a number of people request different fights, and just for the sake of time, I think we'll go through the entire card. Now, what I will do is on some of the bigger fights, like the title fights here, and even like your Brandon Moreno and Taira fight, I will go into a little bit more detail as to how they got to where they were with these predictions. So we'll talk about some of the key data points that AI likes, and like I usually do on this video, I'm going to be using an app called Fight Signal, and if you guys want to sign up and get access to the same data that I'm going to talk about in today's video, I do have a discount code in the description here that you guys can check out if you do like this program. Again, we're just doing this for fun. It's just an AI Predicts video. Okay, so let's start first. How we're going to do this, I'll go through all the fights, I'll talk about the betting odds, and then I'm going to tell you who AI likes, and then we'll move along. Again, I'll just mention it one more time. For the bigger fights, I will talk about a few more data points, but we're going to kind of breeze through some of these earlier fights. So we're going to start first in the featherweight division. We've got Naimov taking on Myron Santos. And right now, the odds makers have Myron Santos is the favorite here at minus 250. The comeback on Naimov is plus 200. Let's go look at what Fight Signal likes. So if we go down here, again, easy app to use. You just go to the event details. We're on UFC 323. Let's go down to the bottom here. Who do they like and by what percentage? They like Myron Santos a lot here. So they like him at 86% compared to just 13% for Naimov. So this, if we were looking at the odds, the odds would be higher typically on how AI is looking at this fight. So if you're 80%, you're probably higher to like a minus 300, minus 500 around there for Myron Santos. So again, they do like the legend Myron Santos in this fight to get it done against Naimov. Santos is a little bit younger. And by the way, I will have my full UFC preview coming out here on Monday in case you guys are wondering, like in the usual time slot, but I like doing that show live. Anyways, just wanted to mention that. All right. Let's get to the second fight here. Mansour Abdul-Malik against Antonio Tracoli. So they have this fight at, look at this, minus 1,000 for Mansour Abdul-Malik. And I think that speaks more to Tracoli here, if we're being honest. So big favorite. So we'll see if there's as big of a discrepancy with the AI one here. Let's go look at this. Again, they got 40 data points. And how are they favoring it? Look at this, much higher, 91% compared to just 8% here for Tracoli. So they're really liking Mansour Abdul-Malik. No real shock there. It's interesting, though, that he's only 10% higher than Myron Santos, and Myron Santos was only a minus 250 favorite, whereas AI has Mansour Abdul-Malik as a, just a 10% higher favorite, but he's a minus 1,000 favorite. Okay, let's keep going. Again, I will go into more detail on some of the bigger fights here. So we got Ibo Aslan taking on, not even going to try and pronounce that last name, but he's taking on a Polish fighter here. And the Polish fighter is favorite here at minus 210. The comeback on Aslan is plus 170. Who does Fight Signal like? Actually, I'll see if I can just go new tab. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. And listen, so this is much closer, right? So they have Aslan at minus 210 against plus 170. The app actually favors Aslan here. So they are liking the dog here at 51.27%. You know what? I know this isn't a big fight, but I do want to hear the reasoning why. So it says unknown fighter variable creates unpredictability, potential element of surprise against a scouted opponent, no available weakness to exploit. So it looks like the reason they like Aslan here, because there's just not a ton of data here on Rudy in this spot. That's his nickname. So just beware. That's how they came to this conclusion. Don't know if you want to take that to the bank, so to speak. Okay, next fight we're going to look at. This is an interesting one. Jalen Turner and Edson Barboza. Jalen Turner coming out of retirement, going to be fighting fellow veteran Edson Barboza. And the odds right now do have Jalen Turner as almost a 3-1 favorite, plus 210 for Edson Barboza. Let's go look at what Fight Signal thinks here. They got 140 data points, and it says they got high public height. And this one, again, just edging out Turner slightly here at 55.04% compared to 44% there as well. And if we look at some of the reasons here, they like Turner because of the significant height and reach advantage, higher striking output, and much better ground control as well. So that is why they like Turner in this spot. Again, Turner, minus 265 favorite. So not that much higher on the percentages here for AI, just 55% to 44. Okay, let's keep moving along. We're going to go to the middleweight division. Marvin Vettori taking on Bruno Ferreira. And right now the odds makers have Marvin Vettori is just a slight favorite here at minus 120. Bruno Ferreira at minus 105. Again, pretty similar here, 32 to 33, 6 feet tall to 5'10", 74 to 72. So Vettori going to be a little bit bigger. He's fought better opponents, but not a big age gap there. But so the odds just slightly have Vettori. Let's see what Fight Signal thinks. Are they going to go with the dog? Or are they going to be going with the, or the favorite? So yeah, they do favor Vettori as well. So these percentages reflect, kind of what the odds are here. They just have Vettori as a minus 120. They only have him as a slight favorite here at 51.99% compared to 48. And they like Vettori because excellent finishing. Or sorry, they're saying Ferreira might win this one. Okay, that's interesting. Why don't they have Vettori? So for this one, they have Vettori. They think that Ferreira might win this because of his finishing ability. Although saying that, Vettori's never been finished. Yeah, so they like... They do like Vettori, but the analysis there is explaining why, well, he'll win. It doesn't matter. Either way, just remember that they like Vettori, as do the odds makers here, but just slightly. Okay, let's move along here. Next fight, we got Ziam against Nazim Sadykhov. And right now the odds makers have the French fighter at the -145 favorite. The comeback on Nazim is +120, 28-31, bit of an age gap there, 6'1" to 5'10", 75 to 69. So the French fighter is going to be a little bit bigger in this spot. Nazim's going to be a little bit smaller. He's also a few years older. What does Fight Signal think? Let's have a look. Again, they got 120 data points. They like Sadykhov actually a lot here. They almost like him at 60%. So that's interesting. And this is why they think Sadykhov might win this one. Higher finishing rate, 50% versus 11.1, superior striking volume, and more aggressive ground game. So again, if you guys are on the fence about this fight, AI is liking Nazim Sadykhov. They like him by 59% compared to just 40% for his opponent. So I wonder if we'll get any other dogs here. That's interesting. Okay, this is an interesting one. Macy, Barber, and Carney Silva. Obviously, Barber, we know what happened. Couldn't make it to her last fight, and she's almost a 2-1 favorite here. -170 against Silva at +135, 27-32. So Barber's a little bit younger, 5-5 apiece, 65-67. So see there that Silva just with a slight reach advantage here, but she's also a couple years older. She's actually 5 years older, if my math's correct. Okay, what does Fight Signal think about this fight? They are favoring Macy Barber a lot more there. So they like her at 62% compared to 37.74. And again, they like Barber because of the superior striking accuracy, 50.9% compared to 39.9, better striking defense, and current 6-fight win streak. So again, if you like Macy Barber, AI is liking her as well. Let's move along to Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan. Odds have Chris Duncan as a slight favorite at -190, Terrence McKinney +160, 31-32, 5-10 apiece, 73.5 to 71. So slight reach advantage there for McKinney. And the age is pretty similar, and the records are kind of similar. McKinney's got more fights. Who does AI like here? Again, 90 data points. They favor Chris Duncan. So they are with the odds here, 55.72% compared to 44.28. And this is why Duncan might win this one. Superior takedown accuracy at 68.18 compared to 42.86. Better striking defense and more cardio tested with longer average fight time. Of course, McKinney typically finishing his fights early, so that is why the AI likes Chris Duncan in that fight. Okay, let's keep it moving. Grant Dawson, Manel Torres. Manel Torres is the underdog here at +170. Grant Dawson -210, 31-30, 5-10 apiece, 72 to 73.5. So who does AI like in this spot? They got 100 data points on this one. They like Grant Dawson at 54.47% compared to 45.53% for Torres. And this is why Dawson might win this one. Superior ground control with 609.6 control time per 15 minutes versus 104. Higher takedown volume and more experience with total fights 13 compared to 5 in the UFC. So that's interesting. So again, if you like Grant Dawson here, AI likes him as well. Let's move along. Fun one here in the light heavyweight division. We've got Jan Blachowicz taking on Bogdan. And right now the odds makers have Blachowicz as just a slight favorite at -120. Bogdan is -105. Big age gap here, 42-33, 62-63, 78-76. So Blachowicz with the reach advantage, but he's also older in this spot. And what does Fight Signal have? They have 270 data points here. Obviously Blachowicz in the UFC for a while. Who are they liking here? They are liking Jan as well at 53.95% compared to 46% for Bogdan. And the reason they like Blachowicz, significant experience advantage with 21 total fights versus 4. And again, they're talking UFC fights, obviously. Superior wrestling at 48.7 takedown accuracy and 1.029 takedowns per 15 minutes and better takedown defense at 69.5 compared to 57.1. So again, if you like the veteran fighter here, AI is agreeing with that as well. We'll see if we get any other dogs on the way through here. This is an interesting one. I've done an early look preview on this already. Henry Cejudo, Peyton Talbott. Right now, they have Talbott as almost a 3-1 favorite. I can't believe the odds are that wide. Honestly, it's crazy to me. Yeah, so -270 to +220. Big reason why. The age gap here, 38 to 27, 5'4 to 5'10, 67.5 to 70. So Peyton Talbott, much taller. And a bit of a reach advantage on this one too. Now let's look at what the AI thinks. They have 410 data points. And they are going with Talbott as well. So 54.97% AI is liking Talbott. The reason they like him, significantly higher striking accuracy at 57.43 compared to 47 for Cejudo. Superior finish rate at 60% compared to 26.7 for Cejudo. Although should point out, Cejudo's fought much better opposition. And higher output at significant strikes landed per minute at 4.889 compared to 3.822. Okay, let's move along here. We're going to go to Brandon Moreno and Taira. That's a fight I know someone wanted me to break down here. Right now, they have Taira as the favorite at minus 135, Brandon Moreno plus 110, 31 to 25, 5-7 apiece, 70 apiece. So Moreno a little bit older, not a little bit, he's about 6 years older. So we'll see if that plays a role in this fight. Who does AI like with 280 data points? They actually like Moreno here at 51.72. So again, if you guys are looking for any dogs, maybe you go with the AI suggestion here. And the reason they think Moreno might win this one, superior striking defense is 60.68 compared to 46.76%. There, higher striking volume at 3.96 and better takedown defense as well. So they are liking Moreno there. Let's keep it moving. Co-main event. This is a fun one. Pantoja and Joshua Van for the flyweight title. Right now they have Pantoja about a minus 225 favorite. Joshua Van plus 185, 35 to 24, 5-5 apiece, 68 to 65. So Pantoja going to be bigger, but he's also way older, 11 years older than his opponent. What is AI like here? Let's see who they're going with. 540 data points on this one. Only 51.79% of a favorite. So the odds have, like I said, just over a 2-1 favorite for Pantoja, but they have it much closer on the AI side of things. Why Pantoja might win this one. Superior grappling credentials with 6 submission wins and higher submission attempt rate. Extensive championship experience with 8-fight win streak. And exceptional ground control, averaging 244 seconds per fight. Okay, let's get to the main event. Merab Dvalishvili, Petr Yan. They got the rematch here. Right now, Merab a minus 450 favorite. The comeback on Yan is plus 350. 34 to 32. Not a huge age gap there. 5'6 to 5'7. 68 to 67. So fairly even there. And even experience-wise, very close. Who do they like in this one? Sorry, I skipped out of the window there. 870 data points. It's interesting. It says normal public hype. I'm guessing because a lot of people feel like Merab will win. 870 data points. Who do they like? And they like Merab a lot here. 63%. Through 63.27% compared to 36.73. And why Dvalishvili might win this one, superior wrestling with 5.84 takedowns landed per 15 minutes versus 1.61. Exceptional control time averaging 368.7 seconds versus 155.2. And currently on a 3-fight winning streak showing peak form. So there you go. They are liking Merab in the main event. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you like these full card ones? I might do this for certain events. I just figured, again, given a little bit more of a range of, content here on this channel and sort of, like I said, satisfying everyone's needs because I know some people wanted AI videos for specific fights. I figured for this one, we'll just do the whole thing. So yeah, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Let me know what you think in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. And like I mentioned it there in the breakdown, I will be doing my full card preview on Monday ahead of the big fight at UFC, big card, I should say, for UFC 323. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.